This is another installment of my Instructor Chats with Cats. Instructor Chats with Cat, and it's tips for new divers. So if you're a new diver, this is the perfect video for you. Welcome. Hi, my name is Kat and this is Vegan Diver Kat, and I'm here to help you out in terms of all things sustainability, conservation, scuba diving, and all that fun stuff. If you are curious in any of those things, please feel free to subscribe, join the ocean loving family, or check out my podcast where I talk to experts in various marine biology fields about how we can help protect our oceans. I have a few other ones where I talk about the greatest fears, where I talk about what to expect from an open water course and what equipment you should have. So this video is more about like the advice I'd like to give you guys as new divers, whether you're nervous or scared or whatever is happening or just super excited, So one of the questions I get a lot from people who are about to start diving is just being nervous about passing the test or doing well enough, and just general jitters. It is kind of nerve-wracking at the beginning, but the thing is, when you have a good instructor, when you have someone who cares about what they're doing, then you will definitely pass. Well, you know, not definitely, but very few people who've actually failed courses, and it's basically really up to your determination if you got to do it or not. If you are in good fitness and all that, there is no reason why you shouldn't be able to dive and have a great time doing it. However, if you're trying to figure out where to go to do your course, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is try and meet your instructor beforehand, because your instructor is really what's going to make your course the most memorable experience of your life, or, you know, something all right, average. You want to get an instructor who you click with and you trust and you feel like, hey, I'm comfortable with this person, because you will get into potentially high stress situations. If you're a little nervous, apprehensive, it's always good to be with someone who you can relate to and be comfortable with. That is why I always say try and meet your instructor beforehand. Usually, almost always, everyone I've worked with and all the diving instructors I've met, they're wonderful people, but you really want to take that time and actually meet that individual if it's possible. In a lot of places, of course, you cannot pick your instructors, so you know, that's just how it goes. However, one of my good friends, David Gersh, you would have seen him on the 30 Ways to Help the Ocean. He actually, along with some other people, started a new website where dive professionals, it's called My Dive Pro, sign up to kind of, they create a profile and you can go check them out. So that way you can actually find the instructor and then go to the shop they're working at, or if they're freelancing, and go in that direction rather than going from shop to instructor. I think it's a pretty cool idea to get more power in terms of like the actual instructors and their experiences, and you can choose someone. Like, would you rather have someone who's got a focus on conservation or photography, or someone who has done a lot of technical diving because that's something you're interested in the future? In which country, what languages are you comfortable in? So all those things you can actually check out online. Oh yeah, and the last thing I get asked is where you should do your open water course. So a lot of people go to Southeast Asia to do their open water courses because it typically is cheaper than a lot of other places in the world. However, even now, I think the prices there are going up. But just consider, if you do want to go scuba diving, you are putting on equipment that allows you to breathe underwater. Just be prepared to spend some money. You want to make sure that equipment has been well taken care of. You want to make sure that the people who are working there are enjoying their jobs and getting paid well and will do the best job they can. And It is a luxury sport, you know. It's a bit like skydiving. You want to make sure everything works as best as they can, and therefore just pick a dive shop that fits right with you, whether you want to do it in your home country or if you want to travel. There are so many resources available now online. You can always check out the TripAdvisor reviews. That's a great way to kind of see what's happening, of course. But in general, don't just go by the price. And I know it's very tempting to do that, but yeah, just consider. A dive course encompasses the training of the instructor, paying the instructor, all the equipment, the facilities, so the pool, then the boat, the fuel of the boat, the safety equipment, licenses, insurances. It really adds up. So a lot of the courses, even here in Australia, where you're looking to pay over $600 for your open water course, that's 4 days typically. So you get 1 day of theory, 1 day in the pool, and 2 days out diving. So if you really break it down, it's quite a reasonable cost considering how much stuff goes into the open water course. So just be mindful of that. Diving is not meant to be a super cheap sport, and yeah, if you want to get involved, be ready to pay some money, because it's one of my pet peeves, really seeing how many dive companies are now you know, working against each other to drive the price down as far as they possible. They eliminate any profit margins, and it's not a sustainable model. So we need to really keep the money flowing in terms of paying for diving what it's worth. And in most places in the world, you will find that a dive is around the $50 mark. Of course, give or take how far away you need to go with the boat, because the fuel, that's the really big expenses. And boats are really expensive. Have you heard the joke? How do you start? How do you become a millionaire with a boat? You start as a billionaire. No, but seriously, boats take a lot of money, and there's always things that are going wrong. So it requires a lot of fixing and maintenance. So just know the cheapest course isn't necessarily going to be the best course. I'm not saying it would be terrible, but it just really depends, again, on the instructor and who you're working with. Because the PADI standards, while they're quite strict and there's many things we need to meet as PADI instructors, there's still a lot of room for leeway, and even like new instructors tend to be so much more passionate and dedicated and really spend the extra time and extra mile with students, while more experienced instructors, they have a very foolproof method. So it's really all about the kind of experience you want to have. So yeah, go and chat to your instructor. Remember that you are paying for a luxury sport, and yeah, just don't worry about it. You're gonna have a great time. I honestly wish I could just start diving all over again, because the first few dives, they really change your life. So yeah, don't be worried. And of course, if you have any other questions, please let me know. I love answering them. I love being able to share a little bit of my experience and hopefully help out some of you guys. So yeah, join the family, click all the links, you know how the thing goes. Also check out the whole playlist if you're a newbie diver. There's plenty of great tips in there for you. But yeah, thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.